New construction homes. Love them or hate them, they are a staple piece of both the Charleston and the national real estate market. Approximately 15,000 homes were sold in Charleston in 2023, and around those, 4,500 were new construction. That is 30%, meaning 1 in 3 homes sold in Charleston was a new construction home last year. They are some of the best deals on the market right now, but I see so many home buyers make these 3 crucial mistakes when it comes to new construction. Make sure you stick around to the end because I promise you, you haven't heard some of these insider secrets before. Hey, what's up y'all? It's Sean, your Charleston realtor. Last year alone, I helped 16 clients purchase new construction homes out here in Charleston, and I helped them score great deals. I believe being equipped with the proper knowledge will save you time and money, and that's the point of my channel. Make sure you reach out to me if you have any additional questions. My contact information is in the description below. First, before we get to the mistakes home buyers make, let's get some basic definitions out of the way. Did you know that there are actually 3 different varieties of new construction homes? Spec homes are the first type of new construction houses I want to discuss. Sometimes you might hear them referred to as inventory homes. They are by far the most common type of new construction home in the Charleston market. And I don't have the actual data, but I would peg anywhere from 90 to 95% of new homes are actually spec homes. So what defines a spec home? The builder chooses the floor plan, the lot, and all the design considerations. They build the home to their specifications, hence spec home, and find a buyer that while it's being built or after it's built. Because the builder chooses everything, they save time and money because they aren't doing custom features for each individual buyer. As a result, spec homes are by far the least expensive home out there. The largest spec builders here in Charleston are D.R. Horton, Lennar, Hunter Quinn, and Fulton. The next type of new construction home is semi-custom. These homes are defined by you, the buyer, picking the lot, the floor plan, and the design considerations from a menu of options. You don't get to choose the builder because the builder already owns the land, and your options are typically limited to what the builder has. For instance, they might only have a few floor plans available or 3 colors for the cabinets. You still have a lot of choice, but it's limited to what the builder allows. Semi-custom homes are almost always more expensive than their spec home counterparts in the same location. In Charleston, some of the most common semi-custom builders are Crescent Homes, Mungo Homes, and Eastwood Homes, though each of these builders also has spec home communities as well. And the last type of new construction home is fully custom. As you would expect, these homes are the most expensive, but you have the most design control. Typically, you already own the land yourself, and then you can shop around builders to find the one that works best for you. Custom homes aren't a large player in the Charleston market, so I won't spend any more time talking about them. But if you want some more info on some custom home builders in Charleston, be sure you reach out to me. So let's get to the mistakes home buyers make when they're purchasing a new home. The first mistake is not timing your purchase correctly. This really only applies to spec homes, but is the #1 driver for buyers losing so much equity in their home purchase. Here's why. Builders, at the end of the day, are corporations. They build homes and sell them for a profit. Each individual home that they build is going to cost them money, and they need to sell it in order to reinvest that money to build more homes. For large builders, they make more money through the pace of production than trying to sell the home for top dollar. That's important. So here's what builders will do. They will start to try to sell the home for top dollar once construction begins. Then as the home gets closer to completion, they will progressively start incentivizing the purchase, either through price reductions or seller concessions. Then at the very end, once the home is built, they're getting a little desperate and will incentivize the house further. Builders learned their lessons 15 years ago, and holding inventory is not what they want to do. So they are willing to make massive price reductions to get you to buy that home. So here's a mistake I see buyers make. They will visit maybe one new construction neighborhood and fall in love with a home, or maybe the model home. The builder says that we have this home available for purchase. It's just not completed yet. You can still get it under contract now, and you will wait for it to be built. And you do it, because you're a sucker. What the builder isn't going to tell you is that if you were to just wait a few months for the home to be built and then get it under contract, you'll probably save tens of thousands of dollars. Of course, this supposes that the home doesn't get sold to anyone else, but most spec builders still have inventory and that can close within 30 days. And those are usually the best homes to purchase because they have the most incentives tied to them. Builders will progressively lower and lower and lower the price and increase incentives until the home is purchased. Getting one of these quick move-in homes will typically result in the best deal. What happens if you don't like any of the quick move-in homes? Well, then go to a different community or a different builder in the same general area. But how do you know where the deals are or what communities even exist? That actually leads me to mistake number 2, which is not working with a buyer's agent or realtor during the purchase. Remember, buying a home is not like buying a car, but I know so many people who think it is, and they get taken advantage of. Keep in mind that builders' agents do not owe a fiduciary duty to you, the buyer. They represent the builder, not you, and first and foremost, they will try to make the most money for the builder. When you have your own representation in a new construction, it is much harder for the builder to take advantage of you, and your own realtor knows what questions to ask. Sometimes there's the possibility of getting a reduced price, or more incentives, or additional design considerations in the home. but normal homebuyers don't know the right questions to ask, and each individual builder is different. On top of that, you usually have to use the builder's preferred lenders in order to take advantage of the incentives. I promise you, these builders' lenders are definitely not looking out for your best interests and usually have a lower level of knowledge than most. Depending on the builder, often you'll need to use their preferred closing attorney, and they might even have their own insurance agency that they encourage you to use. All that to say, there are a lot of cards stacked against you, and an experienced buyer's agent is the best way to navigate these issues. Hiring a buyer's agent is typically free for you because almost all builders offer co-broker compensation, meaning the builder, not you, will pay for your realtor. And builders will almost never reduce the price or increase incentives because you're not using your own realtor. They just make more money off of you. To me, it's a no-brainer to use your own representation. And to go back to the original question, how do you know what the best deals are out there right now on the market? Your realtor will. Every time. For instance, I get weekly updates from 6 different major builders in the Charleston market that includes over 24 neighborhoods. I know which homes have $70,000 discounts and which neighborhoods qualify for an interest rate that's 2% lower than market rate. Because this is my job. Don't go at buying a new construction alone. Your experience will be substandard and you'll get taken advantage of. And the last mistake I see people make in new construction is not getting an independent third-party home inspection. Here's the thing, builders can throw up homes in a matter of months, but home building companies do not employ tradespeople. The only person on their payroll is the construction manager, usually just referred to as the builder, and everyone else is subcontracted out, from the foundation people, to the framing, to the electric and plumbing and the roof, to the drywall and the painters and the finishers. The builder's job is to wrangle all of these subcontractors to put the house together. Oftentimes, however, the individual builder managing the construction has no background in construction whatsoever. Their job is to be a project manager, not a construction expert. And oftentimes they will rely on tradespeople and contractors to do a good quality job. Do you see how the system can easily break down? A subcontractor can take a shortcut, or the builder can turn a blind eye to issues. Usually there are myriads of codes, structural, mechanical, craftsmanship issues in new construction. But subcontractors or builders just say, it's good enough, instead of taking pride in their work and doing it right the first time. That's where our home inspectors come in. Inspecting homes is their primary job, and they are licensed and trained for it. They've typically seen it all, especially those who have been around for a while. There's 2 major types of new construction inspections. First, if you're under contract early enough, you can do what we call a pre-drywall inspection, where the inspector will look at all the roughed-in mechanical systems and framing. The second major inspection, which is actually the only one you'll typically be able to get for spec homes, is a normal home inspection, where all systems are tested. I've had new construction inspection reports come back very clean with few deficiencies. Others, not so much. In fact, the longest inspection report I've ever seen was for a new construction home at 242 pages long. The home was so bad that the builder forgot to include a dryer vent in the laundry room. So just because it's a new home doesn't mean it's in good condition. And for what it's worth, all pre-owned homes were at one point new homes. So don't think that they're going to be any better. Really, the quality of homes is a product of the subcontractors who built them and the level of ownership of the builder who manages the subcontractors. Also, keep in mind that builder reputations need to be extrapolated to a local level. There's one national builder in the Charleston market that has a terrible reputation nationally, but the quality of their homes in Charleston is actually pretty good. Contrast that with another builder who has a pretty awful reputation nationally, and the quality of their homes in Charleston is also subpar. How do I know this? Because I've been around a little while, and protecting clients in their new home purchase is what I do. So these are 3 mistakes I see homebuyers make all the time when purchasing new construction. If you want to talk about your options here in Charleston, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is in the description down below, and I'll see you in the next video.